Let's see. We are hooking up the electrons. This is Ann Sieg here with the Voice of E-commerce, which is the broadcasting arm of the E-commerce Business School. We're coming at you live on Facebook, and we're just going to let the electrons hook up for everybody to get into our call, which is a really awesome call with one of our members who's done extremely well. And we always like to showcase success for the members who are already in our program. And of course, people are looking at the E-commerce Business School, wondering what it's all about. So we got about 1 more minute before we start. Just let me know, folks, by the way, while you're rolling in, that you see our call so I can properly welcome you. So let me just see, just write in. I'm on the broadcasting from the EBS page, by the way. So that's the best place. Let's see, am I on that page? Let me jump over and make darn sure I'm on the right page. I think I am. Okay, Kathleen is here saying that I think she sees us. Right? Yeah, there. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. All right. Well, we're just about at the top of the hour, and this is a unique interview because it's actually, for our guest, she is broadcasting this from a hospital room. So that's the flexibility of having an e-commerce business. All right, it's the top of the hour. We're going to get started. So, hey, greetings. Welcome, everybody. This is Ann Sieg, and I want to welcome you to the Voice of E-commerce. It's the broadcasting arm of the E-commerce Business School. And we like to prove to the people that prove to the public that we are real people who have a go-giving community that supports and empowers each other. So we're thrilled to have you here. And I am confident that this edition of Voice of E-commerce is going to help take your business to the next level. So, hi there. Greetings to you, Amber. Welcome to our call.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And I want to say your name correctly, Amber Giese, correct?
Yes, it is.
And you are located in the proud state of
Texas.
Texas.
And out in the hill country in Blanco, Texas.
Blanco, Texas. All right. Well, we get a lot of Texans here inside the E-commerce Business School. So we're thrilled to have you here. And what I really like to find out is for your background and the progress that you've made, which has been very substantial. Why don't you give a little intro about yourself, your background, and then how was it that you came into the E-commerce Business School community?
Sure. I have an accounting background and worked with a lot of small to medium-sized business owners. I probably had 30 to 40 clients that I worked with weekly, monthly, helped prep them for their taxes and learning their businesses. And I did a lot of financial analysis for them. And I think I enjoyed it more than they did.
Oh, okay.
The nerd in me enjoyed teaching them things about their business and looking at numbers. And at one point, I just got pretty burnt out and wanted to be doing the financial analysis for my own business. And had just remarried and moved out to the country, did not want to commute. I was pretty self-disciplined and used to working remotely. So I knew I could do it, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And your Facebook ad came across, it's a video, came across my phone at night, and I look at Facebook in the evenings with my volume off so I don't bother my hubby. But I think your ad must have had captioning or something on it because I was reading it. And so I was really interested, but not enough the first time to do anything and to click anything. The second time I saw it, it just really caught my attention, and I thought I must be seeing this for a reason. So as soon as my hubby left for work, I replayed it. I had saved the video. I replayed it with my volume on so I could hear you. Okay. And I clicked the button right then, joined, and within a week had gone through all of the modules. Hadn't told my hubby yet. Went shopping. Very, very small investment. Decided to spend $300 and got my first shipment out and inventory in. And within the first week, February 2nd was my first sale. Sold a product for just $4.96. It was some Valentine's puppy cards, little Pomeranian. And I didn't care what it was. I just knew that it worked. It was real. It had actually gone to a real place. There was a such thing as an Amazon warehouse, and there was a shopper that was interested in buying my product. And that's all I needed. And then I told my hubby, and within the first month, the sales were at 1,000. And I presented him with my small amount of success and told him about the conference coming up in Minneapolis and said, I have to go. And we booked flight that day. And my goal then was to double my sales every month between February and Minneapolis. I think that was the summit. Yeah, the summit.
The summit in April.
In April in Minneapolis, and double it every month between now and then. And I made it to that point. And when I got to Minneapolis, I just could not soak it in enough. I was writing down ideas that were popping up in my head, went to every conference I could and every brainstorming opportunity we had, and just almost overwhelmed. And then finally, I just had a little bit of mentoring from someone that said, just do what you can, and there's many more conferences, so you can always pick up much more at the next one. So, and I am ecstatic that we have another one coming, and in my state. So the one in Texas coming up in January, I'm already booked for, and bringing my hubby along too. So very excited.
That's awesome. So you were actually looking for something. For some people, this kind of shows up there in the middle of their life and not sure, but you were actively looking, akin to Martha, whom I've interviewed. She too was looking for something.
Okay. I was, and I wanted something that I could not only do from home if I chose to, but something that was flexible. As you stated earlier, I'm in the hospital with my hubby, and this isn't the first time this year. And I just packed my briefcase and brought it along, and I'm not skipping a beat. In fact, after this call, I'm going to get out and get some fresh air, and I've got a couple of stores just right at the corner at the intersection. And I'm going to do some local retail arbitrage while I'm in town. And I'm an hour and a half from my home, or 2.5 hours from my home right now. So I get to shop in some different stores and hopefully clear off the racks. But somewhere along the way, I knew that I wanted to scale this a lot faster than my budget would allow. I am, and it's one of my tips too. I reinvest every bit of profit that comes back. And I was able to do that. And I made a commitment the first 6 months to a year, I would not take anything out of the company. So I've been rolling everything right back into inventory just to feed the beast, as we call it.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit impatient and a go-getter and have a lot of drive, and I wanted to grow faster. And at the Minneapolis conference, I found out about e-commerce with print on demand. So I opened my first POD store and started building designs. And my main reason for doing that was just to get cash flow coming in bigger and faster without a lot more investment. In the POD store or print on demand, if you're not familiar with it, it allows you to invest in e-commerce with very little inventory or no inventory, very little cost, very little upfront investment. And that was very appealing to me. And there were some experts brought in at that time. And you had introduced Cody Neer at the time. And anyway, so we have just taken off, and I just started just 2 weeks ago doing some Facebook campaigns and just a lot of other things we've learned from the masters of e-commerce and Shopify and print on demand. And it's pretty exciting.
So this all since February, first and foremost is you had, I call it proof of concept. You sold the little puppy card, Valentine's card, whatever it was. And you're like, someone really bought my product that I went to the store and scanned from. So you had the proof of concept, which I always tell people that's, excuse me, the first order of business is to prove that it works, not just from other people's stories, but you got to do it for yourself. So that, and so you've been cash flowing, you've hit some pretty big numbers. Before you share those, I just want to greet people. Hello, Kabzuya. Hello there, Don, Greg, Nacho. And I think there's others. I apologize if I missed you, but Welcome to today's interview. So Amber just started her new business this year. You bankroll all your profits into the growth of your business, and you've been doing that very judiciously. And then when you heard of POD, which does not require any inventory, it's more when the customer buys your product, which you have your store. We're going to talk about that and why you chose it, and how that's different from doing the Shop Your Way to Wealth program. So why don't we do that? Talk about your store. So what's different about working that part of your e-commerce business with local retail arbitrage, and how do they work in tandem?
Well, it's going to create a lot more cash flow and with very little investment. So because I am pouring back my profits right back into my Amazon inventory for Shop Your Way to Wealth, I didn't really want to spend a lot of money investing in something else simultaneously. So I was introduced to print on demand, no inventory, just time invested in creating designs and mocking them up on t-shirts. And it was actually very fun and a creative outlet that I found out that I really enjoyed. I'm a numbers person, so I don't do a lot of artistic, creative things. It was very fun. So I forgot your other question.
Let's talk about your store itself. And I think I've included the link, Texas Republic Apparel, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Texas. I live out in the country, and we have a couple of goats and donkeys and chickens, and coming soon, dogs. I mean, not dogs. We have plenty of dogs, cows and horses.
Oh, wow.
And we are just really enjoying the country, and we don't raise beef or any of that yet. We just got lots of pets, and we enjoy our animals. They're like our new babies. We're empty nesters. I've got 4 daughters who are in their 20s, and my husband has 2 daughters and a son. So we've got plenty of kiddos, but all out of the house. And our goats are our babies, and we enjoy lots of time with them. So, whenever I was trying to decide what I was passionate about, I really had to be honest and say, one of the things I wake up thinking about is going and feeding my babies. And a lot of them, 3 of them were bottle fed babies. So we're especially bonded to them. And I thought, I think people will buy stuff. I'll buy a t-shirt with a pig on it and a bandana. Why wouldn't someone else? And why shouldn't I get the profit for it? So my husband's passion was hunting, and we do hunt together. And I thought, well, all Texans, not all, but I'd like to believe all Texans love to hunt. And then faith is very big in my life too. So I thought, I don't want to choose just one. So I decided all things Texas. So it's Texas farm life, Texas hunting, Texas hill country, and faith. And I have a really great audience. People in Texas think big. They are very passionate, very emotional, very proud. And so I have a really great audience to sell to. So that was the niche market that I chose.
And it's going really well for you. I mean, a part of print on demand is having this following who has a passion for what you're providing. We were just talking about that before we kicked off the call, because as I know Texas, they're very proud. They're like this independent country, they're Texas strong. And so you were saying the response, you just started your group page, a couple of weeks ago, did you say?
A couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've got, I think, almost 2,000 followers. I want to say 1,000 engagements, 30 to 40 clicks on my website. And I'm not really promoting product yet. I'm just getting people to engage. And running my first conversion ads 2 weeks ago. I didn't even really understand what that meant. And so we're excited.
This is fantastic. So you continue Shop Your Way to Wealth, the local retail arbitrage, because it's that immediate cash flow. And just for everyone listening, Shop Your Way to Wealth is pretty much our starter foundation course, which it just lays down the foundation of your understanding of e-commerce and Amazon. And you've been able to go to the next level really, really quickly. You're already getting a strong following in 2 short weeks. We're coming up to Christmas time too, which is definitely to benefit. So what does it look like moving forward? Your game plan for this fall And maybe as others who are listening, who are doing any one of our programs, many of them are doing Shop Your Way to Wealth, any kind of tips that you can give that would help people. Oh, and by the way, what were your numbers? We didn't share those. You've done some really big numbers.
So I started in February, and in month 2, at the end of month 2, I hit 10,000 in gross sales. And month 4, 20,000. And month 6, 30,000. And this month, I am well on my way to my first $10,000 month.
Woohoo!
So, yes. So 6 weeks ago, and this is a tip, as soon as you can, so that you can continue to scale, hire help. So in the end of July, I hired my mom and dad. They were moving here anyway and semi-retired, so they were very eager to help and as passionate about helping me build a successful business as I was. So hired them to do my shipping, and now my mom is going out and doing some of my LRA because I told her I couldn't keep products on the shelf fast enough. So one of my goals for Q4 in the fall is to have her helping me get products on the shelf. I just can't get them there fast enough, and Q4 really has not started to hit me quite yet. Mm-hmm. And then in Q4 on POD this week, I am designing a Christmas line because I have my base and my foundation for print on demand, and I figure it won't hurt, just a little bit more time invested for me to create some Texas specific farmhouse Christmas products. So I am doing that, and then I'm going to run some ads to promote that to Texas people that are into Christmas. So that's quite a bit going on, and I have hired help.
That's awesome. You know, statistically, because you said you had wanted to have your own business, being that you were advising other people as an accountant. Now you're experiencing the numbers, and statistically, it's 5 years before most businesses get cash flow. Okay, so when did you hit cash flow with this model? Do you recall when you're like, these numbers are looking really good?
I would say month 2. It was really quick for me. And I was able to invest a little bit more, not much. I know not everyone can, but I was able to invest a little bit more in month 2 out of my personal funds because I saw that it was working, and I knew it would only accelerate my business faster. So cash flow, I was profitable within the first month, and cash flow was coming in month 2.
Awesome.
Fairly quickly.
So pretty exciting, turning the corner where you're going to hit Q4 for the first time. It's going to be very enjoyable for you. I guarantee it. Especially
I'll be addicted to my phone and watching my numbers probably more than once a day, I'm sure.
I think
I've got
so
4
too.
weddings for also, but 4 girls. First wedding's going to be in 2019. So I think was it Brian or was it Coach
Kurt? 3.
Yeah, 3 weddings to pay for. So I learned that early on that if he can do it, so can I. So I've got 2 avenues to get that. And I'm also doing online arbitrage, not really spending full-time efforts on that, but I'm ordering online as well and have found some replenishables. So they are out there. And I've just stumbled across them accidentally. I wasn't even looking for replenishables early on, but I found them.
Awesome. I don't doubt you hit a 30. If you already have a 10K month, come November, December, you keep the pace up. I don't doubt you're going to hit some nice, attractive 20, 30, 40K months here in Q4. Plus, it's going to be exciting to see what happens with your Texas apparel. All right. How about some closing thoughts for, let me just see if there's any specific questions. Okay. We have Tammy as a guest, I think. Hi, Tammy. And any others who are here as a guest. So let's, if you can, in parting, what would you provide as encouragement to someone who is considering the e-commerce space? And here you've evolved up into POD, which you're doing phenomenally already. But the realness of it, and especially as it relates to your experience here at the e-commerce business school.
Well, my biggest encouragement is going to be to take advantage of every bit of coaching, mentoring, workshops, and live events that you can, live events especially. You can't go wrong. You get tons from the live, the workshops, the webinars, the coaching, the one-on-one coaching, the mentoring from the Facebook page and the community for EBS members. But the live events is where it just really took off for me. It was going to take off anyway because it's a proven system. The process works, and it was real. It was real for me. And I met a lot of repeat attenders when I was in Minneapolis, and continue to see the same people going. And it's because it is very valuable each and every time. I don't ever plan to miss another one. I didn't go to the trifecta in July and regretted it. Although I still kept growing, it boosts you to another level a lot quicker. The one-on-ones, the face-to-face mentoring, the ideas after the workshops are over are just invaluable. So that would be my biggest tip. But if not that, or in addition to that, if you're interested in POD, start building your audience before your site's actually ready. That way you've got an audience to sell to. You've already been given them valuable content. So when your Shopify store is ready, you've got a built-in audience already. For Shop Your Way to Wealth, I already said, reinvest everything you can. Set aside that time to where you're not depending on it for income, and reinvest everything. You'll see it take off a lot faster. And I said that one already. Oh, keep it simple at first. If you're going to do print on demand, keep it pretty simple. I have 1,000 SKUs right now, but you learn a lot more when you've got a smaller amount of SKUs to manage, and how you really want it to work. And then you can multiply like crazy as soon as you get it actually working, and you figured out what tags you want, etc. But anyway, first, just to repeat, very best tip is to get to a live event. And this one's in Texas, so it's centrally located. No reason not to come, even if you have to drive.
Or fly. It'll be in Dallas, Texas in January. Yeah. Awesome. Did you want to, is your store available to buy from yet? Do we have something for any Texans who might be here today?
Yes, it is. Can you share the website just so they get a visual?
Yeah, I think did I post the link? If not, what I'll do is show it on my screen. So let me make sure I got that up and running. Okay, so
I'm doing that for all EBS members for the whole month of October. I'm running a 20% off if you have any family or friends, or for yourself, if you've got some Texans in your life, 20% off for the month of October. We've got hunting apparel, a lot for the ladies in farm life, and
awesome. I'm seeing this. So I saw the goats. So 20% is very generous. Did I hear right?
And just use the code EBS at checkout, and you'll see your 20% off the total. There's not a limit. 20% off your total purchase.
Wonderful. That's a very generous discount in my view. All right. Well, there she is, the very proud owner of her very first POD, print on demand store, and really got her boost and cash flow coming through Shop Your Way to Wealth. So job well done. Really, really proud of you. In what has this been, about an 8-month span or less? You started in February, yes. So 8 months. Boom. High five. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we better let you, you're in a teaching hospital, so we're going to need to let you go, because I know you've got people coming in and out helping to take care of your husband. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you, Amber, and very, very impressed with your success. Welcome. All right.
Thank you.
Folks, you're very welcome. Folks, feel free to share this interview. Give us a like, and we'll have more of these to come. So thanks, everybody. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.